You've seen them on postcards, in movies, and all over your social media feed. They're the world's most recognizable symbols of romance, freedom, and beauty. But what if the stories we've been told are just a little too perfect? What if what we think we know is just scratching the surface? What if I told you that the Eiffel Tower, the icon of Paris, was almost torn down, and that its darkest hour involved a direct order from Adolf Hitler to turn Paris into a field of rubble? And what if I told you the Statue of Liberty holds a quiet message about slavery that's been overlooked for more than a century? Tonight, we're digging into the history books to find the shocking truths these famous landmarks were never meant to tell. So, if you love a good secret, make sure you hit that subscribe button, because you won't want to miss this. Stay with us as we uncover the dark history behind the world's most iconic sites. First, let's go to Paris, the city of love and home of the magnificent Eiffel Tower. Every year, millions look up at its iron lattice, seeing a symbol of romance. But the tower's history is anything but a fairy tale. When it was first built for the 1889 World's Fair, it was met with pure outrage from Paris's artistic elite. A group of 300 prominent artists and intellectuals called it a monstrous and useless eyesore, ruining the Paris skyline. The original plan was always to tear it down after just 20 years. Its survival was never part of the deal. But its creator, Gustave Eiffel, was a smart guy. He saved it from the wrecking ball by proving its value for scientific and radio experiments. But that was just the first time it cheated death. Its darkest chapter came during World War II. As the Allies closed in on Paris in 1944, a furious Adolf Hitler issued a scorched earth directive for the city. The order to his military commander, General Dietrich von Choltitz, was clear. Paris should not fall into Allied hands except as a pile of rubble. In a stunning act of disobedience, the general refused to carry out the widespread destruction, and the Eiffel Tower, along with the rest of Paris, was spared. Earlier in the occupation, French resistance fighters had their own quiet victory. Anecdotes say they cut the tower's elevator cables, making the monument largely inaccessible and turning it into a symbol of defiance. And even deeper, under the South Pillar, lies a military bunker. During World War I, this bunker was a communications hub, and the tower's unique height was used to jam German radio signals, playing a role in the Allied victory at the First Battle of the Marne. For one final secret, Gustave Eiffel built himself a small private apartment near the top of the tower, not for living, but for entertaining guests like Thomas Edison and conducting his own experiments. And even deeper, under the South Pillar, lies a military bunker. During World War I, this bunker was a communications hub, and the tower's unique height was used to jam German radio signals, playing a role in the Allied victory at the First Battle of the Marne. For one final secret, Gustave Eiffel built himself a small private apartment near the top of the tower, not for living, but for entertaining guests like Thomas Edison and conducting his own experiments. Next, we sail to New York Harbor to the iconic Statue of Liberty, a beacon of hope and freedom. We all know her as a gift from France, welcoming immigrants to a new world. But a key part of her original purpose has been largely forgotten, even though it's hidden in plain sight. The statue was first conceptualized in 1865 by French abolitionist Édouard de La Boulaye. It was intended not just to celebrate Franco-American friendship, but also to honor the end of the American Civil War and the abolition of slavery. The sculptor, Frédéric Auguste Bartholdi, made this anti-slavery message a key part of the design. Early models show Lady Liberty holding a broken chain, but the final design made the message more subtle. If you look closely at her feet, you'll see she is standing among broken shackles and chains, a powerful symbol of emancipation. While not entirely hidden, this feature is often missed by visitors on the ground, making a once central theme a subtle detail. The island she stands on has its own grim history. Before it was Liberty Island, Bedloes Island was used as a quarantine station and a military post. It was also the backdrop for a grim spectacle in 1860, when the pirate Albert Hicks was hanged in the vicinity of the island, with crowds of New Yorkers watching from boats. For those who enjoy a good conspiracy, some have pointed to Bartholdi's Masonic links and the 7 spikes on her crown as evidence of a hidden occult meaning, though this is considered fringe speculation. From the city, we now travel to the remote Black Hills of South Dakota, to the colossal faces of 4 American presidents carved into Mount Rushmore. It's presented as a shrine of democracy. But for the Lakota Sioux people, this mountain is sacred land, and the monument is a symbol of a broken promise. To the Lakota, the Black Hills are sacred, and the region of the mountain is known as Tuankashila Shakpe, or the 6 grandfathers. This land was guaranteed to them forever in the 1868 Fort Laramie Treaty. But when gold was discovered, that treaty was violated, and the U.S. government seized the land. To many Native Americans, carving the faces of presidents who oversaw America's westward expansion into this sacred mountain is not a tribute, but a desecration. But the mountain holds another secret, this one literally sealed in stone. Tucked away behind Abraham Lincoln's head is a hidden chamber called the Hall of Records. The sculptor, Gutzon Borglum, wanted this hall to be a grand library for America's most important documents, like the Declaration of Independence. He died before it could be finished, but in 1998, the project was partially revived. Today, a sealed vault sits in that unfinished hall. Inside are 16 porcelain panels detailing the history of the United States, the presidents, and the monument's construction. The entrance is blocked by a 1,200-pound granite capstone and is completely inaccessible to the public. A time capsule locked away in a mountain that holds both a nation's story and the memory of a deep betrayal. Our journey now takes us to the Great Wall of China, a structure so immense it was once famously, but incorrectly, said to be visible from space. It's hailed as one of the greatest architectural feats in history, a symbol of China's strength. But this marvel was built on a foundation of human suffering, earning it a much darker nickname, the longest cemetery on Earth. The Great Wall wasn't built all at once. It's a series of walls built over centuries. The workforce consisted of millions, including soldiers, convicts, and conscripted citizens. Conditions were brutal, with workers facing extreme weather, starvation, and exhaustion. The death toll was staggeringly high, with modern estimates suggesting that hundreds of thousands, perhaps even 1 million, may have died during its construction. Legend says that many who perished were not given proper burials. Instead, their bodies were interred in or near the structure, becoming part of the wall itself. While modern archaeology suggests workers were more likely buried in grave sites nearby, the legend was so powerful that it has stuck for centuries. Folklore even tells of families bringing roosters to the wall, hoping their crowing would keep the spirits of their loved ones from sleeping for eternity. So, while the Great Wall is a symbol of protection, it's also a silent monument to the immense human cost of that ambition. For our final stop, we're going back to Paris, but this time, deep beneath the city streets. Below the romantic cafes lies another world, the Paris Catacombs, an underground ossuary holding the remains of more than 6 million people. In the late 18th century, Paris had a public health crisis. Its cemeteries were overflowing. The situation at the Saints Innocents Cemetery was particularly grim. Graves were piling up, and a wall collapse sent decomposing remains into a neighboring property. Officials knew they had to do something. Their solution was both macabre and practical. Move the bones into the city's ancient underground limestone quarries. For decades, a grim procession took place night after night. Carts draped in black cloth transported millions of skeletons from the city's cemeteries to the quarries, while priests chanted blessings for the dead. What started as a messy bone pile was later arranged into the haunting displays seen today, with skulls and femurs stacked in chilling, artistic patterns. An inscription above the entrance warns visitors, "Arrête, c'est ici l'empire de la mort." Stop, here is the empire of death. It's a stark reminder that just beneath one of the world's most beautiful cities lies a kingdom of the dead, born from a desperate solution. So, the next time you look at a famous landmark, remember that there's often more than meets the eye. From orders of destruction and forgotten messages to sacred lands and secret chambers, these iconic structures have stories to tell, stories of defiance, sacrifice, and secrets buried just beneath the surface. They are not just monuments of stone and steel, but silent witnesses to a much darker history. Which of these landmark secrets shocked you the most? Let us know in the comments below. We love reading your thoughts and theories. And if you enjoyed uncovering these hidden histories, don't forget to hit that like button. Share this video with a friend who loves a good mystery. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell so you never miss another journey into the unknown. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.